Let's talk about a couple of more power sound check features. Performance assessment sound check, creating sound check scores. Now, we talked before, we opened up SoundCheck directly from the content library score, but I'll also note that anything you create in Noteflight can be used in SoundCheck. This is where SoundCheck has an advantage over everyone else because you have a full notation editor with Noteflight. Oh, we're in 201 now, ta-da. Full notation editor with Noteflight. You can compose, you can import music XML, you can import MIDI, but you're importing it into notation so you can clean it up and make it exactly how you want. We've talked about formatting. You can make the parts formatted, you get everything perfect. When you're ready to create a SoundCheck file, you hit Create SoundCheck. You have these settings you want. And by the way, you or your students can create SoundCheck from a Noteflight score. And you just hit Create, and Noteflight is going to render a SoundCheck score from your Noteflight score. The notation, the part formatting, and the playback audio will all be exactly what you see in Noteflight. So from Noteflight to SoundCheck, there is 100% accurate conversion, and you are getting your own performance assessment directly from what you did. And that's a really, really awesome opportunity to show. Now, look how fast that happened, right? We already have it, and there it is. Everything's there. Your parts are there. Now, the other thing is, notice up here in the corner, this says SoundCheck version of. So we fully recognize that you've created this SoundCheck performance assessment score, but maybe you say, oh, this is cool, but oops, I want to change up something, or oh, I want to do it in C major. Every SoundCheck score gives you a direct link to the Noteflight score from which it was created. So I can click here, go back to the original Noteflight score so you don't have to go searching for it. And let's say I meant to do this with concert pitch off, or let's say I want to take the whole thing down an octave. Okay, I've made some edits. You know what you can do? You can just create another SoundCheck score. And you can keep doing that until your heart's content. You can create a SoundCheck, make a variation, create more. And remember, if I were to now assign this to students, I can create activity template, locked or unlocked mode. I can change the settings. When you create SoundCheck, it lets you create a SoundCheck score for yourself with a score goal, difficulty level, and number of attempts. When you go to assign it to your students, you can change those settings. One power tip: don't limit yourself to one attempt, because as an educator, I always want to experience what my students experience. So I'll practice things, right? If you limit yourself to one attempt, you're going to lock yourself out of your own score. You can limit the students, but keep yourself unlimited. So you might practice SoundCheck, get a sense of how it works. Say, you know what? I'd like to try this at the hard level. Okay. You can experience it. You can set all the settings, and then you can go, great. Time to give this to students. I've got it the way I want it. Locked mode, hard, 2 attempts, all site members, bam. There's your link. Send it to the students. They each get their copy.